Fans think Kim Kardashian may have sneakily erased a reference to Kanye West in her tribute to Pete Davidson after his final appearance on Saturday Night Live. By now, we're all properly conscious that Pete Davidson has formally parted methods with Saturday Night Live. Pete, who joined the display in 2014 as one and all its youngest ever recruits, stated goodbye to the NBC caricature display on Saturday after extremely a hit 8-year run. Of course, he wasn't the simplest one of the display's foremost gamers to mark their very last look over the weekend. Beloved Forge participants Kate McKinnon and Aidy Bryant, who have been each forged in 2012, and Kyle Mooney, who joined a year later in 2013, additionally stated their very last farewells. And even though SNL manufacturers have formerly been regarded to be a bit stingy in relation to letting Forge participants make a tune and dance in their exit, plainly a number of the departing Forge participants have been afforded a second to subtly bid farewell to Studio 8H at some point of Saturday's season finale. For his personal curtain name, Pete, whose appearances at the display were pretty much less common this season, again to the weekend update table for the remaining send-off. As has ended up more and more essential way to his growing stardom far from the display, the Staten Island local started out via way of means of poking a bit of laugh at his private lifestyles, greater specifically, his courting with Kim Kardashian and next feud together, along with her ex-husband Kanye West. "Hello, Colin and Chi," he started out, earlier than additionally greeting the tens of thousands and thousands of human beings, simplest looking to peer if I convey up Kanye. Along with cracking some jokes approximately his time at the display, Pete additionally took a second to mirror on his private growth, singling out the display's author and producer, Lorne Michaels. "Thank you to Lorne for in no way giving up on me or judging me, even if everybody else changed into," he stated. "And for believing in me and permitting me to have an area I may want to name domestic with the reminiscences, so one can remaining a lifetime." Pete echoed those mind in a heartfelt announcement he shared beforehand of Saturday's state display through the Instagram webpage of his buddy Dave Cyrus, wherein he wrote that he owes his lifestyles to Lorne and the SNL team. "I were given to percentage a lot with this target market and actually develop up in the front of your eyes. We have been collectively through the best and the bad, the happiest and the darkest of times," Pete wrote along a no way earlier than visible clip taken behind the curtain of his first ever weekend update look in 2014, and for the reason that the SNL level changed into the very area that their not going romance flourished in October remaining years, it later got here as no marvel that Kim Kardashian additionally took a second to rejoice her boyfriend's very last outing. Despite the reality that she's presently residing it up in Italy celebrating her sister Kourtney Kardashian's marriage to Travis Barker, Kim located a second on Sunday morning to aid Pete's profession milestone with a collage of his great bits on SNL. The collage, which Kim shared to her Instagram story, featured cuttings from a ton of Pete's weekend update segments in the course of his 8 years at the display, spanning from his first in 2014 to his final on Saturday. However, eagle-eyed fanatics observed an uncommon edit were made to the critical photo. That's a screenshot from one and all Pete's maximum memorable bits at the famous segment. "You may don't forget that lower back in 2018, lengthy earlier than his romantic ties to Kim." Pete pointed out Ye's intellectual fitness at some point of a weekend update segment, which aired the week after the rapper changed into a visitor at the display and controversially made an impromptu speech approximately Donald Trump, even as carrying a MAGA hat. Before we move on, it's vital we first spotlight that Ye changed into identified with bipolar sickness in 2016 and, across the time of this SNL look, changed into dealing with a ton of backlash for his outspoken aid of Trump and extraordinarily arguable feedback approximately race and slavery. And even though Ye had formerly handled his bipolar with medication, he knowledgeable fanatics rapidly after this SNL look that he changed into not taking meds, tweeting on the time to mention that they stifle his creativity as an artist. So, at some point of the memorable 2018 episode, Pete, who changed into identified with borderline character sickness in 2017, made mild of Ye's complex method to treating his circumstance and cautioned that he need to be taking medication. "Kanye, I recognize you are like, yo, that is the actual me, I'm off."